Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm ready with yet another update. Yes, it's on open work permit. Everybody has been waiting for. So it's July 26 today. So the announcement has been made, open work permit for applicants under temporary resident to permanent resident pathway. So today I'm going to talk a little more about the FAQs, the quick FAQs for TR to PR pathway, and which all streams are under this still open for the applicants. And I will be covering about how you can actually fill up the forms, like the document checklist, at the same time step by step the application form for work permit made out for applicants under the remaining categories. So as you see here, the general streams that we have is stream name. Healthcare is the only one we are left with. So 20,000 is the target number of applications that will be accepted, and number of applications that have been accepted so far is 3,018. Now, for those who have not subscribed to my channel, I would strongly recommend, because I have been covering a lot on immigration so far, and these days it's TR to PR, and I'll be covering on spousal sponsorship and CEC, and then again federal skilled worker time and again. I'm not a immigration consultant, as I mentioned time and again, but I have had a good amount of understanding and work experience in immigration industry for more than 3 years. So this probably could add value to whatever the queries you ask. So this is the program. It's a program delivery update, public policy open work permit for applicants, and July 26 is today, and this is the announcements they had been made. So the link would be sent in the description box below. When you click on this, so this is the one you have to click on, public policy. So when you click on that, it should take you to this page, and this will have all the instructions on how to go about it. So this will have step-by-step information on it. So I'm going to read it to you. But before that, this is the scenario. 20,000 is the target, and these are the number of applications have to be submitted. Other categories, non-healthcare and international students are already being filled. For those who are eager to go for this immigration program, I would recommend to go for at least French classes in case if you can, since it's going to ask for the base level French, like level 4 is the requirement, and we can see that there is no cap attached to it, so you definitely can apply, and again there is no cap, so it's unlimited. Now, FAQs are like, what if, first question, very common question, what if I'm unable to link my application to IRCC secured account? Now, a lot of people still had confusion on that. First and foremost, you don't have to do it by default. Like, even in case if you want to wait for your AOR or the document checklist, you can do that. So you can link your TR to PR application with GC key account to ensure that you're able to get all the timely updates. So that is the major objective behind it. However, in case if you don't have that, you don't need to worry about that, because each and every information would be emailed to you. So sometimes people are unable to link their account to IRCC secured. Reason being is that your application is required to be loaded by centralized network, that's CN, on the GC MS system for this process. So I've already explained it in my video, so I'll send the link in the description box below. Next question is that, is it advisable to initiate the process of biometric fingerprints from RCMP, medicals, or other additional documents before the AOR or letter from the IRCC? So in that case, you have to wait. So, you can wait until it will be asked by the IRCC visa officer. Biometric, of course, medicals and PCC are mandatory requirement. However, fingerprints from RCMP, it's not a mandatory requirement. Some of the cases would be asked to do that. So you don't have to pre-do it. Now, should I withdraw my application or move forward with CEC application, since CR to PR pathway seems to be slow in processing? Yes, I understand what you're saying. It's definitely your discretion whether you would like to pursue your application for under this CEC category or other program. But I would strongly recommend, don't withdraw the application unless and until if you think that time is the only factor. You don't have to just worry about the this only. Now, a few more cases I would like to discuss. The reason being is that a lot of people are still in a panic state, that we have applied around May 6th, and time and again I've mentioned each case is different. So first and foremost, congratulations Harish and Mohit. So I'll be discussing your case with all of you. In case if you are interested, I would recommend, please share your detail on my YouTube channel. This is going to help thousands, and I can certainly hide your name in case if you want for some security reasons. So that will be great. So he has applied, like Harish has applied under international student category, and he has applied around 12 18, and that's again May 6th, that is the date. He has received AOR on July 19th, so you can see almost 2 months later, not more, like even more than that. So he has submitted the medicals, like the old medicals, with his application. He has received the biometrics and PCC request, and then he has uploaded his biometric on July 22nd. So he'll be doing it PCC very soon. Maybe he's waiting for that. And now he's waiting for the PR confirmation portal also. Now, this is the case where it may take 2.5 hours, 2.5 months just in receiving the AOR. The second case is for Mohit. He has applied under essential healthcare. Now, essential healthcare is again picking up pretty fast. He has applied on May 6th at 2:15 p.m. and he did not receive any AOR. And as I mentioned in one of my case here in my previous video, uh, AOR is not mandatory, like you're not supposed to get the AOR immediately after submitting the application. You may be asked to submit the documents via a document required list. So he has received the PCC and medicals. It was uploaded on July 23rd, and now he's waiting for the PR confirmation portal. Now let's go on to program this work permit. Now you have to first sign into your IRCC secure account. You need to go through this procedure. In case if you've not done that, just go down and you will be able to see don't have an account. You can register that, but you need to sign in with your GC key. It's mandatory. You can't do that without. Now this is this queries for open work permit. When can TR to PR applicants can apply? So IRCC says you can apply up to 4 months before your current temporary status expires. So you need to have work permit to apply for that. So and you need to be authorized to working in Canada. Family members can also apply at any time, so there is no hard and fast rule for them. You can also apply at any time if you are on maintained status. So this is something you definitely can check. You can apply if you are allowed or you are in maintained status. Now if you are eligible to restore your status, you can definitely apply that. Now one of the condition is that you need to hold a valid work permit that is set to expire within next 4 months, and you need to be physically present in Canada. You may apply for spouse, so to work in Canada, your spouse and common law partner. You can also apply for your kids under this program. Now, steps to apply under open work permit is like the only thing is that you can apply online, and you cannot apply at a port of entry. If you can't apply online for a disability reasons, I would recommend you please contact IRCC customer support at 1-888-242-2100. I'll provide the description, like the number in the description box below. So first you have to apply online. You need to have a scanner and a camera. So I'll just walk you through all these steps. So just give you an overview, get everything you need, then pay your fees, and this would be Canadian dollar $155. And then you'll have to log into your RCC account again, and then you have to get the document checklist and then fill out the forms and then upload the correct documents, and then you just have to wait for it. Now let's go here. When you click on this link, it will take you directly to public policy open work permits. So scroll down the page, you should be able to see that policy objectives. Now this will be covering the eligibility requirements for principal applicant and documentary evidence. So when you scroll down the page, you should be seeing have submitted their open work permit application online through an IRCC secure account in Canada under this policy. So you need to be under this TR to PR pathway. You cannot be on apply if you don't have the application under any of these category, right? And then you have to, yeah, you have to just follow the instructions here. So these are the documentary evidence. So proof of receipt of IRCC confirmation email. So principal applicant must provide a copy of the confirmation email stating that IRCC has received their application, and that is it's within any capped volume. So it should not be like, it's not completed. You cannot show that, okay, you've just applied and it's not accepting. So it has to be either in healthcare, or you've already applied under non-healthcare, or you already applied under international graduates, whatever the stream you're choosing. So it has to be as per that. Now, this is an automated message. So the message should look like this. This email confirms that you have successfully submitted your permanent residence application. So you basically have to give the proof. You have to attach the proof. So it should be like, we will review your application to make sure, all that thing. Now then you have to provide the proof of your IELTS. So your language test has to be submitted again with this. So this is another requirement. And then you should provide the proof of your work permit application. So officer should use a work permit expiry date of December 31st, 2021. So this open work permit is actually applicable with the immediate effect. So you can start applying from July 26, 2021, and it should be valid till December 31st, 2022. Now again, open work permit application will be processed by the centralized network. So the one I have just talked about. And I'm now going to talk about the forms also, how you can do that. Now, when you click on that, I'll just show you. When you click on this page, these instructions can be found at. So temporary public. So I clicked on it and it'll take you directly to this page. You scroll on the page, you should be able to see who can apply and all that instruction. Let's quickly jump into it. So first and foremost, to be eligible for an open work permit, you must meet the 5 requirements. So these are the 5 requirements. The first is that you must live in Canada. You should not be out of Canada. Second is that you must have applied under one of the temporary resident to permanent resident pathways. So you need to be under this program. Thirdly, you need to be authorized, like you were authorized to work with a valid work permit or an authorization to work without work permit. Like you just have to follow this instruction, and then an authorization to work under any public policy. Then you need to provide, like, fourth requirement is you need to provide your language proficiency test. So IELTS has to be submitted. And then your immigration status. So when you apply for your work permit, you must either have a valid temporary work resident status, have applied to extend your status before it expired, and be eligible to restore your status. So you have to make sure that you follow all these 5 requirements. Now again, your spouse can also apply under this program, and they have to follow the same instructions or guidelines. They have to be in Canada. You can apply online. Now when you can apply, again, this is, I have explained that you can apply up to 4 months before your current work permit expires. Your family members can apply at any time, so that's a good thing for them. How you can apply, again, family members can apply online at the same time as the principal applicant, so you can actually apply online. Now make sure you have what you need. So to apply online, you need a scanner or camera to create an electronic copies of your documents. Then you need to have a valid credit card or debit card to process your payment of Canadian dollar 155. So this is the payment, and then you pay your fees, and then you have to create an online account. Like you have to sign in your IRCC account, as I mentioned in the beginning. This would be the one. Okay, so you have to sign into your account and then get your document checklist. So now I'm going to talk about the document checklist also, what all has to be needed. And then you just have to follow the instructions. You have to fill out the form. So you have to read the instruction. Now this I've already highlighted for all you guys. Once you get your documents checklist, fill out the application form and supporting documents. Now I'm going to cover all these points very quickly here. And these are the required documents. So upload the correct documents. So principal applicants, what you have to do is you need to first copy of your fee receipt, and then proof that you were allowed to work in Canada under permanent residence, like temporary resident profile, and then proof of your language test and copy of your passports. Try to get the photocopy of all your passports, and then the digital photo. Again, that's the requirement. They have also mentioned where to upload the file in your account, right? And then family information form, then IMM 5707. Also, you have to prove the relationship with your spouse. Now, a lot of people would be applying with your spouse, so make sure that you submit the marriage certificate, also the photographs of your marriage, and just show each and everything that should demonstrate your relationship with spouse, because that's a little tricky. Sometimes people do get into trouble because of that, so just make sure that you do that. Now let's quickly dive into our documentation parts. Now document checklist, you have to attach this with your application. Now if you see here, it's written out there, do not submit the original documents unless instructed to do so. Original documents will not be returned. All documents are needed to be in English. So in case if it's in Hindi or Punjabi or in your native language, please get it translated. and then you have to follow the instructions over there. Now if you see, this document checklist is one of the forms that you need to submit with your application, and these are this is actually an instruction guide. So form list, then you have to click check in that application to change condition, extend my stay, or remain in Canada. So I'm going to talk about this form now. And then user representative, in case if you're hiring a third party representative, you have to check in that. And then just follow the instructions here. Then is document list, you have to submit the receipt of your payment, then proof of payment, photocopies of passports. Again, you have to check in that, and photocopy of your travel or identity document, photocopy of your current immigration document, photocopy of your marriage license. If you're the dependent or another applicant, provide the UCI. So in this case, if your spouse is applying, they also have to provide the UCI of your family member who's primary applicant. So if spouse is applying under this, so she has to provide the UCI of the principal applicant, and then you have to check in that little box. Now let's quickly dive into form part. Now this would be the form application for work permit. UCI number, I want service in English, your full name, given name. I'm talking from the perspective of principal applicant right now. Then your gender, your date of birth, place of birth, country of territory, citizenship. It's somewhat looks like an IMM 0008 form right now, and make sure that it should be validated. Okay. So the previous countries or territories of residence, I have also explained step by step in one of my video how you can fill up the application forms under healthcare also now. Country or territory where applying, current marital status, again married or uh, you can just put that in. And then you have to put your family name and your given name. Then have you previously been married? So just follow the instructions, languages, date of birth. Now in case if you have any questions related to these, please ask me in the comment section. I would definitely try to resolve it within 24 to 48 business hours. Then is a national identity document. So scroll down the page and keep going. So these are the basic documents, current mailing address, residential address, telephone number. Now, this is what I wanted to discuss with you all. Details of intended work in Canada. So, when it's asked you what type of work permit are you applying for, so you have to write open work permit in question number here, and it's been explained also. I'll just show you here. Yeah, so if you say what type of work permit are you applying for, it has to be select open work permit. And now go to the another question here. So you can put the details of your prospective employer. So name of your employer, you can put the, if you are employed by a foreign employer who has been awarded, so you can just put the information according to that, their complete address. Then intended location, so you have to put the location of your employment in Canada. Now, this is the fourth question. My occupation in Canada would be, like in job title, you have to write TR to P, TR PR pathway, PPOWP. Okay, this is how it says. Job title has to be TR PR pathway, PPOWP in the job title. And in brief description of duties, you have to type workers in Canada, essential non-healthcare. And in case if it's international, put that. If it's healthcare, put workers in Canada, healthcare. And if it's a French one, you can definitely choose any of that. So like for say, if you are applying under French, you can apply French speaking workers in Canada, healthcare. So you just have to copy and paste it from here also. And it's clearly mentioned here the brief description of duties. So enter the name of the permanent residence stream you applied under in the brief description of duties box. So guys, whatever I try to explain, it's always refer through cic.gc.ca website. Since I'm from immigration background, I know how technical it is, and you should not take a chance over here. Scroll down the page, you put your duration of expected employment, and then education, and then you just follow the instructions, employment, and then background information, and then you have to just follow the instructions over here. Within the past 2 years, have you or your family member ever had tuberculosis of the lungs or been in close contact with a person in tuberculosis? So just fulfill the information here. No, no, no. And then scroll down the page, and then you need to put your applicant name, date of birth, and then you just have to consent it, signature of your applicant, and then you click just on validate it. And when you click on it, you're good to go. So this is how it actually works. So once it's through, so you can upload the correct documents, and then you need to attach the photocopy of all these documents, and you should be good to go. After that, this is again the fill out the form. Like, this is a checklist. So this is the form I've just talked about, document checklist again. The family information, if you are applying for the spouse, and you just have to follow the instructions out here. This has also more detail how you can fill it up step by step, and that's it. So also, in case if you are applying for your spouse and you have the issues or concern, so make sure that to be eligible for an open work permit under this policy, family members must have submitted an open work permit application online through IRCC secure account, and you need to include the UCI number of the principal applicant in the work permit. You need to be in Canada when you submit your application, and you must be like 18 years of age or older at the time the work permit application is submitted. Also, guys, please note that you need to be in Canada, present here in Canada. And yeah, so this is all the process how you can actually go about it. I will be sending the link in the description box below. If you have any question, you can always ask me. Till then, take care and stay safe, and stay connected for future updates. And don't forget to subscribe and like and share my channel. Thank you.